Hello everybody, mega goal number 5, third secondary, first semester. 2 is better than 1. This is the first unit in this curriculum, and right now we will continue with part 2. We have in the last video I have explained to you part of the lesson, and now we will continue with the second part. في الفيديو السابق شرحت لكم جزء من الدرس، والحين راح نكمل مع part 2 اللي هو الجزء الثاني. Let's revise the objectives all together. خلينا نراجع الأهداف مع بعض. We should be able by the end of the lesson to read and answer the questions. نقرأ ونجاوب على الكلمات. Number 2, read and give the meaning of the new words. نقرأ ونعطي معاني الكلمات الصحيحة طبعا بالعربي. And number 3, discuss the lesson اللي هي مناقشة الدرس. Mega goal 5, 2 is better than 1. Part 2. So, do you remember what we have talked about in the last video? شو اللي تكلمنا عنه في الفيديو السابق؟ We talked about famous marriages, الزواجات الشهيرة. And particularly we talked about Marie and Pierre Curie. اللي هم they were famous scientists, كانوا علماء مشهورين and won the Nobel Prize twice, or Marie won it twice and Pierre won it once, okay, for chemistry and physics as well. اللي هم فازوا بجائزة نوبل للفيزياء وللكيمياء. Okay, right now we will continue with the second part. We will be reading and listening about Anita and Giuseppe Garibaldi. Okay, who do you think they are? Are they scientists like Marie and Pierre Curie? هل هم علماء مثل ماريا وبيير كوري؟ Why do you think they are famous? ليش تعتقدون إنهم مشاهير؟ Okay, right now get ready to follow up with the recording, and afterwards we will discuss it and answer a couple of questions, and also we will read and give the meaning of the new words in Arabic. راح تستمعون لمقطع، حاولوا انكم تتابعون معه، بعدها راح نناقش ونحل أسئلة، أعطيكم معاني الكلمات الجديدة بالعربي. Okay, so get ready.
Anita and Giuseppe Garibaldi, 1839 to 1849. Giuseppe Garibaldi was a leader in the struggle for Italian unification and independence. When Garibaldi was exiled from Italy, he fled to South America, where he lived for 12 years and fought in another struggle for independence, this time for the independence of Uruguay from Argentina. While in Brazil, Garibaldi married Anita Ribeiro, a young woman from Laguna, a small town in southern Brazil. As husband and wife, the two traveled everywhere together. It was known that Anita even accompanied her husband to battles. However, on August 4th, 1849, Anita, pregnant and sick, died in Garibaldi's arms. Garibaldi never did get over his grief at Anita's death. Over a decade later, he was still grieving when he first went to meet the king of a unified Italy, wearing one of her scarves.
Okay, so right now you had listened to a recording about Anita and Giuseppe Garibaldi, 1839 till 1849. So after listening to this recording, can you tell me who are Anita and Giuseppe Garibaldi? Okay, are they scientists? Of course not. So both of these couples are warriors, اللي هم محاربين, warriors. Okay, I'm gonna explain to you in brief about Anita and Giuseppe Garibaldi. راح أشرح لكم باختصار عن Anita and Giuseppe Garibaldi. So this is a picture of Giuseppe Garibaldi. Garibaldi was a leader in the struggle for the Italian unification and independence. Okay, so he was a leader, قائد, and he was fighting for the struggle for Italy unification and independence، عشان يوحد إيطاليا وعشان إيطاليا تستقل بنفسها. Garibaldi was exiled from Italy. طبعا نفي Garibaldi من إيطاليا, and he fled to South America, إلى أمريكا الجنوبية. and he lived there for 12 years. عاش فيها تقريبا 12 سنة في أمريكا الجنوبية. Okay, Garibaldi met Anita Ribeiro in Brazil. In Brazil, what happened there that he met the love of his life, حب حياته, Anita Ribeiro. Okay, Anita accompanied her husband to battles. Okay, Anita she was very devoted كانت جدا مخلصة ومكرسة حياتها to her husband, and she accompanied him in his battles. رافقته في معاركه. Unfortunately, on August the 4th, 1849, Anita died. في الرابع من أغسطس من شهر أغسطس عام 1849 Anita died. توفيت. She was pregnant and she was sick. كانت حامل at that time وكانت مريضة. Okay, so this is a picture of Anita. Garibaldi was very sad for the loss of his wife. كان جدا حزين لفقدان زوجته. So he never did get over his grief at Anita's death. يعني أبدا ما تجاوز حزنه على وفاة Anita. Okay, so as I said here, on August the 4th, 1849, Anita died. When he first went to meet the king of a unified Italy, wearing one of her scarves. طبعا, if you could see here that Anita was wearing one of the scarves, كانت ترتدي اللي هي scarves اللي هي السكارف اللي يكون حول الرقبة. Okay, so when he, after a decade, تقريبا بعد مدة 10 سنوات, he went to meet the king of the unified Italy. يعني إيطاليا تحررت وكان راح يقابل الملك, he was wearing one of Anita's scarves. Okay, اللي هو اللي يربط السكارف اللي يربط حول العنق. So this is in brief Anita and Giuseppe Garibaldi. These are one of the most famous marriages in history. من بعض الزواجات المشهورة في التاريخ. They were both warriors, يعني محاربين, and they have supported each others and accompanied each others in their journeys في رحلاتهم. Let's move on. Now right now I'm gonna explain to you the new words, الكلمات الجديدة. Unification of Italy اللي هي توحيد. Independence, استقلال. So Giuseppe Garibaldi was fighting for the unification and independence of Italy or Italy. Okay, ينطقونها أحيانا Italy. Okay, I'm not good at pronouncing it as a native speaker. مش كويسة مرة مثل native speaker كانوا ينطقون Italy, but I'm almost there. Now, you remember that Giuseppe Garibaldi was exiled. Okay, نفي. إيش معنى exiled؟ نفي. Okay. Anita accompanied her husband in battles. رافقت زوجها في المعارك. Battles. So Anita and Giuseppe Garibaldi fought lots of battles. حاربوا كثيرا من المعارك. Grieve. When someone is grieving معناها أنها حزن وكآبة وغم. So Giuseppe was grieving at Anita's death. Now over a decade, or it was mentioned in the text over a decade. Decade معناها مدة 10 سنوات. 10 سنوات أطلق عليها عقد. Decade. Very important. Now this one has been mentioned at the beginning of the text, بداية المقطع. بس I forgot to include it. نسيت إني أضمنها. The word is fled. Giuseppe fled to South America. هرب أو فر إلى أمريكا الجنوبية. Now let's move on to this question. There are a couple of questions that you have to answer. بعض الأسئلة اللي لازم تجاوب عليها. First question. Where did Giuseppe Garibaldi go after he fled to Italy? بعد ما فر إيطاليا تذكرون وين راح؟ What happened to him there? So you remember, you can go back to the text and try to find the answer. رجعوا للقطعة وحاولوا تدورون على الإجابة. But so as obvious that he went to South America and fought for the independence of Uruguay. يعني هو مو بس حارب علشان استقلال إيطاليا، برضو حارب عشان استقلال الأوروغواي من الأرجنتين. Okay, what happened to him there, sorry. شو اللي حصل له هناك؟ He met the love of his life, Anita, there in Brazil. Okay, so he met Anita, التقى بأنيتا. The last question, was Garibaldi's campaign in Italy finally successful? هل كانت حملات Garibaldi في إيطاليا ناجحة؟ Yes, it was. He also met the king of a unified Italy. طبعا كيف عرفنا؟ لأن في نهاية القطعة قالوا إنه هو التقى بملك إيطاليا. Okay, let's move on to the last part, which is the vocabulary. You have a couple of words here, بعض الكلمات from the first text and the second one, من المقطع اللي هو الأول، القطعة الأولى والقطعة الثانية. You are asked to match each word with its meaning. طبعا كل الكلمات ذكرتها من قبل وترجمتها لكم. So take your time right now to read the words and then afterwards match them with the correct meaning. Let me read the words to you first. أقرأ لكم الكلمات. Devoted, exiled, fled, grieving, legendary, and unification. Okay, devoted إذا تذكروا معناها كرس حياته. Exiled معناها نفي. Fled معناها هرب. Grieving كم هم أو كآبة أو حزن. Legendary أسطوري from legend. Unification اللي هي توحيد. Now take your time, try to do this exercise by yourself, and then later on I'm gonna flash the answers to you. Okay, بعطيكم وقت الحين حاولوا تفكرون. Okay, you can pause the video and try to answer. ممكن توقفون الفيديو تحاولون تجاوبون. Okay, right now I'm gonna flash the answer for you. راح أوريكم الإجابات. Devoted means dedicated. Okay, كرس حياته. Exiled means that he was forced to leave one's native country. لما الواحد ينفى يجبر إنه هو يترك يعني يترك موطنه. Okay, fled means ran away, هرب. Grieving, it comes as the meaning of mourning. مش المورنينج، mourning معناها اللي هو الحزن أو الكآبة أو التعاسة. Legendary, okay, legendary means famous. Okay, famous. The last one, unification, طبعا اللي هو make into one اللي هي توحد, which means bringing together. Okay, so now we have reached the end of the lesson. انتهى درسنا. Okay, I hope you enjoyed it. أتمنى أنكم انبسطتوا. Don't forget to subscribe, leave me a comment, and share this video with someone who you think might find it useful. حاولوا تشاركونا مع شخص ممكن تشوفونه مفيد، ممكن يشوف الفيديو مفيد. بس أنا حابة أذكر شيء بنهاية الفيديو that you can reflect on these famous marriages. ممكن الواحد يتأملها أو يستبصر فيها, and you can see how these stories might inspire you to do something similar. ممكن هذه القصص تلهمك إنك تسوي أشياء مماثلة. So till next time, have a good one.